Good morning, everyone. It is race morning, and I'm still not fully awake, and I've got to get out of here. It's just a little bit past 4:50 a.m., and I've got to book it out of here. But all the sunscreen is prepared, and so really it's just going to be plop and drop for transition, but I'll take you with me. 40-minute drive to Cape May from Atlantic City here, and my breakfast is in this bag, and I'm just gonna head straight there. I got a few bananas with me, a few bars, and of course my racing bag over there. So, take you along with me to escape the Cape, and I'll see you when I arrive there. Okay, I'm in Cape May, setting up the bike. Gonna quickly get to transition here in a minute or two. Once I get my helmet on, excuse me, and make my way over there. I've got about 20 minutes to go. I should only need 10 minutes to set up. And then, yeah, adrenaline's flowing. I like it. Oh, this is a great feeling on race day. So, we gotta lock up the car here for the morning, and then I'll check with you in transition. Good morning from transition. I have an edge spot here, which is great in terms of I can actually see where my bike is. Maybe this is going to be a good day, but I'm not going to jinx myself before then. And looks like I'm going to have to set up my transition here really quickly. So that's what I'm doing right now. And afterwards, we're going to head on to the boat because it's almost 6 a.m. here, and they got to get ready for transition. So I'm gonna get ready to go here, get my goggles soaked up, and I'll start filming again once I get this bad boy all ready to go here. Transition is now set up, and I am ready to go. I've got my gels in here. I've also got my bike computer set up, gear set to the right area. I've got my shoes all set up here. Going in through transition for those that have not raced Escape the Cape before, including myself. This is my first time here. Bike out. So what we'll do is from the swim in. I'm gonna run to the bike. Then I gotta run around the corner to go, and then go to bike out 23 miles, come back in, go around to transition to right here, and then run out over there. So it's fairly straightforward, one-shotting, and the key is to remain calm throughout this race and making sure that we go through and just execute on the race plan and to the overall game plan as well. It is a fantastic morning here. I'm not in any massive rush to get onto the ferry because everybody's lining up. And then I've got to make sure that everything is all packed and ready to go in terms of I'm not going to see this camera until after the race. And gear here. This is my run gear. I'm gonna have to carry my nutrition with me. Yes, you heard that right. I'm gonna have to carry my nutrition with me for this because there is no bike or run aid, although I didn't expect any bike aids, but there's no run aid station, so there's no way to cool myself down unless I go and do it myself. So again, we are getting ready to clear transition here, and looking forward to today. Just gonna go out there, have fun, go and jump off a boat, scream like heck, and then get right into race day. So until then, I'll check in after I'm done with the race, and we'll check back in once I'm done. finished with Escape the Cape, and I would say relatively happy with my results. I am 5th overall, although this might be contestable. It's probably 4th overall. There was a runner that missed a turnaround point, so we'll see about that. But anyways, 3rd in the age group with a time of 1:59.05. There was a guy that was 1:59.02, but you know, I didn't have the right shoes with me. Everything's drying out, so I think everything will be pretty dry when I get back into the car here. And then I'm just waiting around for the stage for age group awards, and as soon as those are done, then I'm gonna head back to the hotel to pack up and, well, clean off a little bit, because I don't want to be all sweaty and crusted like I am. But overall, I'd say how the race execution went. Swim was super fast. I mean, people were hopping out of the water in like 15 minutes. It was kind of crazy. I think going into T1, now I did go out pretty much in the front. I would think I was 2nd or 3rd overall going to the swim. Then I led the bike for about 11 miles, and then there was an Uber biker that just, well, I had to let him go. But I think I was the 2nd overall fastest bike on this course, averaging just under 23.5 miles an hour, which speed was just too planned. Wattage, not exactly, but I've got some work to do on the wattage part. Then T2 came through, held pretty steady in T2, and then going into the run, well, it kind of fell apart, long story short. But that's because with these Hoka Rocket X's, so the gap here, this basically captured all the sand. So I basically was sinking completely through. I should have worn my Bondi X's instead, so that I at least had a little bit more surface area to go and grip. But you know, race day is kind of whatever it takes you. And it was starting to get hot out there, and there's no aid stations on the run, so it was basically self-supported, which is always tough. But overall, I would say pretty happy with the performance. Of course, missing out on the top 3, but you know, so is racing, but at least I'm top 3 in the age group. So pretty stoked with that. And then from there, you know, wait until age group awards coming up here, hopefully in another minute or 2. And then we will head back and check out from here. But I'll talk a little bit more once I get back to the hotel and make my way over to Philadelphia to go and see my friends and family. But I'd say this race, well run. I always love Steven Del Monte when he goes and runs events. Post-race food, which is directly behind me, is amazing. The buffet style is freaking good here. You can say that about other post-race food, but this post-race food is better than a lot of 70.3 Ironman distance races that I've been to, even Ironman distance races where they have food trucks, which can be very hit and miss. So again, absolute great crowd here at Escape the Cape, and I have to say I had a lot of fun with this, even though it was absolutely brutal out on the run. And I think everybody was just having a brutal time with the run, and my pacing suffered as a result. But you know, that's part of the course, that's part of racing, and that's why we do this sport. So with that, I'll wait for age group awards, and then I will check out of here and get back to the car and get stuff cleaned up.